Have you ever looked at the stars and wondered about the great mystery of life? There was a man, a great master, who saw this mystery not as a puzzle, but as a science. His name was Swami Sri Yukteswar Giri. He was not just a yogi or a guru, he was an astronomer, a scholar, and a beacon of profound wisdom. He lived in India, a land where spirituality is not a belief, but a living reality. Sri Yukteswar was a disciple of the great Lahiri Mahasaya and the guru of the world-renowned Paramahansa Yogananda. He possessed a mind that was as sharp as a scientist's and a heart that was as vast as the cosmos. He saw the world with a clarity that few ever achieve, piercing through the illusions that keep human beings in bondage and suffering. What moves a man of such stature to write a book? It was not for fame or recognition. At a great spiritual gathering, a Kumbh Mela, he was requested by the deathless master Babaji to write a small book. The purpose was simple, yet monumental, to show the underlying harmony between the ancient wisdom of the East and the teachings of the West. The book he wrote is called The Holy Science, or Kaivalya Darsanam. It is not a book of rules or commandments, it is a roadmap. What is this holy science? Do not be intimidated by the name. It is not about complicated formulas or difficult theories. The core idea is incredibly simple. It is the science of knowing the self. The book explains that the entire universe, everything you see and everything you do not see, comes from one single source. It is a vast ocean of pure consciousness and eternal spirit. We call it by many names: God, Brahman, the Absolute, the Source. The main principle of the holy science is that you are not separate from this source. A wave is not separate from the ocean. It is simply the ocean expressing itself in a particular form for a short time. In the same way, each human being is a wave in the ocean of consciousness. The suffering we experience in life comes from one fundamental mistake: ignorance. This is the ignorance of our true nature. We identify with our small self, our body, our mind, our ego, our possessions. We forget that we are the vast, limitless ocean. Sri Yukteswar lays out the journey of creation in a very systematic way. He describes how the one unmanifested spirit becomes the universe. It is a process of vibration. The spirit, through its own power of Maya, or cosmic illusion, begins to vibrate. The purpose of human life, then, is to reverse this journey. It is to travel back from the gross world of senses to the subtle realms of spirit. This is the science of liberation. When the mind becomes still, like a calm lake, it can reflect the truth. In today's world, people often see science and spirituality as two opposing forces. Science is seen as logical, based on proof and evidence. Swami Sri Yukteswar completely shatters this illusion. He shows that true science and true spirituality are not just compatible, they are one and the same. Both are systematic quests for truth. A scientist uses a telescope to explore the outer universe, the cosmos. A yogi uses the instrument of his own focused mind to explore the inner universe, the self. Both are explorers of reality. Sri Yukteswar explains that the universe operates on precise mathematical laws. He speaks of Yugas, or great cycles of time, based on the sun's movement around a dual star. He calculated that humanity had entered the Dwapara Yuga, an age of energy and technological advancement, where human intellect would be more capable of grasping subtle truths. The bridge between the two is energy. Modern physics tells us that matter is not solid. At its core, everything is vibrating energy. E equals mc squared. This was a revolutionary idea for the West. But for the yogis of India, this was ancient knowledge. They called this fundamental energy prana. The holy science explains that the entire creation is a play of this prana, this cosmic life force. The techniques of yoga and meditation, especially Kriya Yoga, are scientific methods for controlling this inner energy. This is not faith, it is a technology of the interior. One of the most beautiful and urgent messages in the holy science is the idea of unity. Swami Sri Yukteswar looked at the world and saw people fighting over religion. It's like people arguing about whether to call water water, pani, agua, or o, while forgetting that the substance itself is the same, and it quenches thirst for everyone. Sri Yukteswar wanted to show that all the world's great religions are simply different paths leading to the same mountaintop. The goal is one to realize the divine truth. In his book, he makes a remarkable effort to demonstrate this. He takes the profound concepts from the ancient Sanskrit scriptures of India and shows how they are perfectly mirrored in the teachings of the Christian Bible. He explains that terms like the Holy Ghost, the Son, and the Father correspond to the cosmic vibrational principles of Aum, Tat, and Sat in yogic philosophy. He was trying to reveal the one eternal religion that underlies them all. This eternal religion, Sanatana Dharma, is not a set of beliefs, but the universal laws that govern existence. When you realize that the Muslim bowing in prayer, the Christian kneeling at the altar, the Buddhist sitting in meditation, and the yogi absorbed in his inner state are all striving for the same connection to the ultimate reality, then all hatred and intolerance must disappear. The holy science is a call for us to celebrate the diversity of the paths while honoring the unity of the destination. The wisdom of the holy science is not meant to be just an intellectual concept. It's a practical guide for every single human being living in the world, facing the challenges of daily life. Its teachings can transform how you experience your work, your relationships, and your own mind. The fundamental practice is to shift your identity. Every day, you can remind yourself that you are not just this body and mind with its worries and anxieties. You are the peaceful, eternal consciousness that is witnessing it all. This simple shift in perspective can bring immense peace. Suppose you are facing a difficult situation at work or an argument with a loved one. The usual reaction is to get stressed, angry, or sad. The holy science teaches you to use this as an opportunity for practice. By practicing meditation, you develop the ability to remain calm and centered, like the eye of a storm. Another key aspect is understanding the law of karma in your daily actions. Every action you perform, every word you speak, creates an effect. If you act with anger, selfishness, or greed, you are planting seeds that will grow into future suffering. If you choose to act with kindness, compassion, and integrity, you are planting seeds of peace and harmony. This science also helps you to cultivate a healthy and balanced life. Sri Yukteswar understood that the body is the temple of the spirit. By applying these principles, you bring a sense of sacredness to your everyday activities. Your life itself becomes a form of yoga, a continuous process of aligning your small self with your higher self. Why is a book written over a century ago in 1894 still so profoundly important for us today? The reason is simple. The fundamental questions of human existence do not change. We still ask, who am I? What is the purpose of my life? How can I find lasting happiness? In our modern world, we are more technologically advanced than ever before. Yet, are we more peaceful? Are we happier? For many, the answer is no. This is because outer technology cannot solve inner problems. The holy science is more relevant now than ever because it provides the inner technology that humanity so desperately needs. Its teaching on the unity of all religions is a message of urgent importance for our globally connected yet deeply divided world. The wisdom of Sri Yukteswar shows us the way forward. It reminds us that the labels that divide us are superficial. Beneath these labels, we are all members of one human family, seeking the same light. In the end, the greatest gift of the holy science is empowerment. It tells you that the key to your own liberation and happiness is not in some distant heaven or in the hands of some external authority. The key is within you. You have the power to change your own consciousness, to overcome your limitations, and to experience the boundless joy and peace that is your true nature. The book is simply a manual, a science that shows you how. The timeless wisdom of Swami Sri Yukteswar Giri is a light that continues to shine brightly, guiding seekers of truth from the darkness of ignorance to the eternal light of self-realization.